BevCanna is a Canadian company in the Mary Jane industry that is currently paying hundreds of thousands of dollars, including to YouTubers, to attempt to promote or pump up the price of their penny stock. And in this video, I'm going to talk about why and how it's happening, and also why I think it's problematic. Okay, so BevCanna is a penny stock company that sells Mary Jane products, and as of the time of this recording, their share price in Canadian dollars is about 73 cents, and their total market cap is around $33 million. So it's really, really small. And I stumbled across the fact that this company has spent at least $500,000 to promote their stock through social media, including on YouTube. And I say at least $500,000 because this is only one example that I found. It could easily be more. So how does this all work? Well, I stumbled across this when I found a video by the YouTuber Griffin Milks, who has around 80,000 subscribers and focuses mainly on finances and investing. Now this video right here is the one that was recommended to me, and you'll see as soon as you click on it, it shows you that there's a paid promotion in the video. So I was curious, I wanted to find out what that paid promotion was. And if you scroll down to the description box of the video, click show more, you'll see that he discloses the fact that he was paid by BevCanna through an intermediary, Gold Standard Media. Now there's a link there that I clicked on, and that takes me to this disclaimer and disclosure statement, where it talks about the fact that Griffin Milks is a paid advertiser, and it gets into all this legal jargon about how they don't see it as problematic or illegal. But if you scroll down all the way to the bottom, you'll see how much he was paid. And for two videos, this one, as well as a second video that he uploaded maybe a week later, he was paid $17,500 to promote BevCanna's penny stock. But Griffin Milks is just a subcontractor to Gold Standard Media, which was paid $500,000 by BevCanna to actually do this paid promotion of the stock. And they took that money and they used it to buy 2.5 million shares in the company. Now, scrolling back up through the disclaimer, you'll see in their conflict of interest section, they mention explicitly that since they're receiving monetary or securities compensation from the company, and then they're paying third parties or subcontractors to then promote the company, that it is a conflict of interest. And going back to Griffin Milks' channel, we'll see that the other video that he posted also has a similar type of disclaimer and disclosure of the fact that it's paid promotion. And in this second video, he just gives an update on the stock. So there's a couple of reasons why this might be happening. And the first and most cynical interpretation is that it could be a pump and dump scheme where somebody, either insiders in the company or potentially people that aren't even affiliated with the company at all, purchase large blocks of shares of a cheap stock or a penny stock. And then they go around trying to promote or pump up the price of the stock. And since a company that has a really small market cap doesn't have a lot of active trading volume, if there is a huge sudden surge of interest in the company, that could be enough to actually drive the price of the stock up significantly in the short term. And when that happens, the pump and dump artists will sell all of their shares, which will create a massive downward pressure on the price and will pull the rug out from everyone else that bought in at the inflated prices. So the initial investors or people that were participating in the pump and dump will make a huge sum of money, and then everybody else will be left holding the bag. Now, pump and dump schemes like what I just described are actually illegal, and I'm not saying that that's happening in this case. And the fact that there's actually disclaimers and disclosures of this paid promotion makes me think that it's probably not falling in that category. And there are a couple of other reasons why a company might pay such a large sum of money to promote its penny stock. First of all, shareholders of a company like when the stock price is high. And so the management has an incentive to keep the price of the stock high so that shareholders don't vote them off of their board of directors positions. Simple as that. A second reason is that sometimes executive pay is actually linked to the price of the stock, or a part of the executive's pay. So there's another financial incentive for the management of the company to try to keep the price of that stock high so that they actually get their full pay package. Another reason why a company like BevCanna might want to pay to promote its stock is that it decreases the odds of a hostile takeover taking place because it increases the overall value of the company and makes it more expensive for an outside player to come in and purchase up a controlling interest in the company. A final and potentially the most legitimate reason in my eyes to do this type of paid promotion of the stock is that by raising the price of the stock, it generates more positive attention and positive news coverage of the company, which could in turn create a snowball effect, and that could make it easier for the company in the long run to raise new capital to fund its operations or to do expansions, basically to grow the business. So is all of this a problem? Well, first of all, let's look at this from the YouTube or from the Griffin Milks angle. And is it problematic that he was paid almost $20,000 for these 2 BevCanna videos? I should first say that while I very much dislike the idea of YouTubers being paid to promote penny stocks, if you are gonna do it, I think that this guy has done it the right way. He disclosed the fact that the video was paid promotion, not only in the description box of the video, but also he said it in the video itself. And so being upfront and honest about it is the only way, because if you're not, then it completely ruins any legitimacy or credibility. So kudos for that, but the fact remains that by accepting all of this money to promote a penny stock, I think at least in these specific videos, Griffin Milks is undermining his credibility, because how are you going to take this recommendation seriously? If you look at the thumbnail of the video, it suggests that it's a 3x opportunity, and if you watch the video, it's basically a puff piece on the company talking about why, it has such great opportunities in the future. But of course, if you're being paid such a significant sum of money to make a video about a company, that company is going to expect positive coverage. They're not paying you for a negative review. But how can you trust the review if it's being paid for? So that, in my mind, creates some problems. And overall, while it's probably not illegal, I think it might be slightly unethical, and I'm not a huge fan of it. Now, what about from the BevCanna Gold Standard Media angle? Is it problematic that BevCanna is paying $500,000 to promote the price of its penny stock? Like I said, this may not be illegal. In fact, I doubt that it is. Otherwise, I don't see how they could be getting away with it. But I do think that it's a little bit unethical. They even say in their disclaimer that it's a conflict of interest. And this company, Gold Standard Media, is being paid to promote the stock. But before they promote it, they're purchasing 2.5 million shares in that company. Obviously, that's going to create a financial incentive, a significant financial incentive for them to try to inflate the price of the stock. And in my mind, that creates a really problematic dynamic. And I would want to stay very far away from any of these companies that are promoting penny stocks. And as for the company that's paying $500,000 to promote this stock, wouldn't they and the shareholders of the company be better off in the long run if they just took that $500,000 and used it to promote their product or to fund some type of business operation or expansion? I'm no Michael Burry, but I feel like it's not a good sign if a penny stock company is taking that much money and putting it into promoting their stock instead of actually running the business, expanding the business, or promoting the product that their business is trying to sell. It seems like a bit of a red flag to me. And furthermore, if you look at the BevCanna chart over the last month or so, during which both of these YouTube videos that I've mentioned were published, there's been absolutely no positive or upward trend, and there's been no indication that this paid promotion is actually working. So it seems like that $500,000 has been flushed right down the toilet. Anyways, overall, it seems like a bit of a strange situation, and I am staying very far away from BevCanna or any other company that is participating in these paid promotions of penny stocks.